And a couple of years ago, I worked for a peer support agency doing crisis intervention. And when I went outside to have a cigarette break in the middle of the night, I seen a little lady coming down the sidewalk, and she had bare feet and a walker, and she was about 82 years old. And I brought her inside to check on her and get her something to eat and ask her some questions. And what I learned from talking to her was that she was 82, and she had been put into assisted living and agreed to sell her house to be brought into their care. And then once the money was gone, they decided that her level of care was different than what they provided, and they put her out. They put her into a rooming house where she shared a bathroom with other tenants, and they were up all night. And so the reason she was out in the middle of the night lost was because she was walking and she had lost her way and she couldn't find her way back to her apartment. And so I ended up keeping her and driving her around until I could help her find where she lived. And that brought me to remember when my husband and I were taking care of my grandma a few years back. And today I wanted to talk to you about how when a person has lost the ability to find resources effectively and get assistance, and cannot get assistance from a family member, they quickly lose the ability to maintain and keep their homes. They worked their entire lives for them. My grandma put 100% effort into ensuring that the people in her family were well loved and impeccably cared for. So in 2015, when it was time to move in and care for her, I was honored. I was excited to give back that love and devotion that my grandma has always shown me. And it was going to be a challenge because she's a high fall risk and has Alzheimer's disease. I would be what I did not realize was that moving into her beautiful home was that all that hard work my grandparents did to ensure the stability of our family would cause her retirement income would not make her out of the income requirements to receive the resources necessary to keep her afloat. This brings me to discuss her decline. My grandparents' only dream was to pass on their home to their kids and grandkids with all the love they poured into it. And I remember my grandma driving 2 hours one day just to bring me groceries when I didn't have any. So that was the kind of heart that woman had for me. And so I didn't have any problem moving in with her. I would quickly learn that I could not wholly provide the care that she needed. And the resources that were listed, she was not eligible for them. She was outside the income limit. So it was up to my family to step in and fill in the gaps. And it would have taken about 4 or 5 hours volunteer time from each family member and a couple of meals to really make it work well. How much time and food did grandma spend over us on the years, you know? If a couple people could have stepped in and helped in, even a family friend coming over 3 mornings a week to take her to appointments and have lunch with her left me like drowning in housework, laundry, and errands. I feel that if the family members would have took the time to step in a couple times a week and prepare a couple meals, we could have maybe done a very better job of honoring my grandparents' dreams and protecting their home. When no one pitched in, the falls started happening, and the fire department was charging $1,200 a pop to pick her up with me. It took 3 years from being placed in the assisted living facility for all of her assets to be gone. Now, she's been in care for 10 years and her assets have been gone for a long time. And I think that if we had more family members stepping up and volunteering in situations like this, maybe we could save our livelihoods. In conclusion, my grandma could utilize very few resources, and our level of family cooperation was insufficient, and as a result, she lost everything. Things didn't have to be this way, though. She could be home right now, Instead, some strange family lives in her home. All it would take is a little cooperation to achieve her lifelong dream. Everyone in our family seems to share, but is traveling in opposite directions to obtain it. I urge you to adopt the idea that teamwork makes the dream work. And thank you for listening today, and I hope that you have a wonderful day.